Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I was trying to wait to go off mute till all these doggone motorcycles went by. It was like 10 of them going by all together. But how's everybody doing? It is Tuesday, February 10th. It is my youngest son's birthday. So I'm gonna need y'all to be like, happy birthday, Cam Bam. Okay. My baby is 25 years old, and he will be going out of town tomorrow because I called him today and I was like, well, actually, I texted him this morning, and make sure y'all like and share the video on the way in, please, and thank you. But I texted him this morning early and told him happy birthday and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then a couple of hours later, my oldest son and him called on Facebook Messenger, because we got like a little group chat over there on Facebook. So my oldest son and my youngest son called, and as soon as they called, I just answered the phone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cameron. And when I did that, my son said, you always got to do too much, Mom. I was like, Cameron. But anyway, we had a good old talk and talk about what his plans are for his birthday. I asked him, did he want cake and ice cream? Because, you know, I'm a cake decorator. And even when I'm making cakes for my boys, it's like I'm making cakes for my customers. Okay. So even though I'm making cakes for my boys, I just don't make no cake and slather some frosting on there. I make it like I'm doing it for a customer. You know, it's just in me like that. I can't make a basic cake. So he said he would like a red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting, but he's going out of town, him and his girlfriend, for a couple of days to KC. So after he comes back from KC this weekend, I'll make a cake from him and we'll have cake and ice cream and, you know, kick it over here, and whoever else wants to come can come. What up, Taylor Jim? How you doing? What's up? How you guys doing? Make sure you come on in, like, and share the video. But yes, it's my youngest son's Cam's birthday, and I feel so old. Oh God, I feel so old. But anyway, I'm glad that he is blessed to see another birthday, and we are blessed to all spin around another circle around the sun together. So yeah, shout out to my son Cam. Happy birthday again. But yeah, he's like, oh, I'm 2'5", Mom. I'm 2'5", Mom. Yeah, you 2'5". You half a 50, Nick. He like, man, you gotta say that. You gotta, yep, you better get it all out, get it all in, whatever you want to do. If you haven't done your dreams yet, if you haven't done your goals yet, get it all in, because that time will go by so damn fast. And next thing you know, you got a whole family, mouths to feed, the whole world to deal with. It seems like society, you know, things like that. And then you like almost 50 or at 50. So, you know, I always try to tell my sons, live life. If y'all want to go out of town or vacation or do something, hit me up, bring me my baby. You know, it's all good. Bring me my baby. He got his own room over here. You can drop that boy off whenever the hell they want to. And we do. Okay. Y'all want to go out of town? Y'all don't want to go out of town? He can come over anytime. He's always welcome at Yaya's house. But so yeah, so happy birthday. And thank you to us. Thank you so much. Yes, the halfway to 50 shit, because Tana, when I was younger, we don't think I'll be 25 soon. I'll be 30 soon. I'll be 35. I'll be 40. We don't think that. We just live in the moment. And it's okay if you live in the moment as long as you also plan in your future. And that's one thing I wasn't taught to do when I was younger. I wasn't taught to plan for my future. You know what I mean? So a lot of times I bumped my head along the way many times. Many times. I'm talking credit problems, job problems, men problems. Sure, I mean, there's all kind of stuff over the years, and I learned, the hard way. But everything I learn, I try to instill in them, and hopefully they'll do better than me, because that's what we want, right? Our kids to always do better. So yeah, if you don't want your kids to do better, there's something wrong with your ass. For real, something is wrong with your ass. Every generation, I feel, should be doing better than the next. That's financially, everything. Prosperous, education, everything. Like, I feel like every generation should, our ancestors did not fight. They did not have the plight for us to be stagnant and no bullshit, or for us to keep our kids stagnant. So yeah, I try to always push them, to be the best that they can be, but not in the army. Okay. But anyway, y'all see the title of the show. Make sure you like and share the video. Y'all, I was over there gagging. Okay, so I have been checking in a little bit on this Blake and Krista shit, even though I always have believed that just Krista, she don't really be like taking these relationships that she be in on here seriously. I think it's all just content. I think it's all just entertainment. She done said it many times. This is entertainment. I'm on here to entertain. If you don't like my entertainment, then, click off, don't subscribe, don't follow, don't give her a click and a view, right? So I do believe that for the most part, it's entertainment. But I think she done fucked with the wrong one. Now, I heard people say, I think Blake is so disrespectful. I think this and this. And people is like, well, what was Lemon? If Blake is disrespectful, what was Lemon? Because Lemon was disrespectful too. Okay, even though, again, I think a lot of this shit be just plays for content and entertainment. But, and I always said, I don't give a damn if it's plays or for entertainment. You should never allow anybody to fucking outright disrespect you, especially a man. Especially a man just outright disrespecting you on a public platform, calling you all kind of hoes and bitches and dumb and stupid and retarded and things like that. I'm like, when is the play going too far? Like, I was watching Blake the other day and just Krista hit the panel and he was like getting real rah-rah, and you know what? I don't blame him because if any nigga that I fuck with or that I know, period, I'm talking real life. Okay, fuck the YouTube, but in real life, if I got mad at them and said they got stuck in the butt or they got, butt action, they gon' see Blake and her they ain't in the same spot. They ain't in the same city. Y'all see where I'm going? Dudes do not play that shit. They do not. They will try to bop you upside your head. I don't care how much home training they done had and how many times their mama said, don't hit no woman. Thus says the Lord. Child, some niggas will get outright motherfucking stupid on your ass for you even insinuating that they might be gay. And it doesn't always have to do with no homophobic type of shit or anything like that. But it's just a simple fact. A lot of guys don't want to be considered gay if they're not gay. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people put that gay shit on people if you don't know for sure that they ain't gay. And that's whether it's a woman being a lesbian or a man being gay, bi, whatever. I'm like, whatever the fuck you want to be, I'm cool with it. Whatever you want me to call you, I'll call you. He, she, they, them, we, y'all, we shall rise. Whatever the fuck you want me to call you, that's what I'll call you. Okay, I have no problems with that by going with the pronouns. Some people is like, fuck that. You were born with a P, I'm calling you a man. You were born with a JJ, I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna call you a girl. That's just how it is. But I'm like, for her to say that, and then he find out later. I was like hollering because see, I didn't know about, we can't catch everybody. So I didn't know. Hold on, somebody put something in the back chat. Oh shoot, do I need to go check this on a video? Oh Lord. Are you trying to come up on the screen? Because I'm gonna have to put my banner up in the pack. Okay, I'll watch it. Okay, thank you, boo. I'll watch it. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go here and watch this video, but let me just say, as far as it comes to the gay thing, I didn't even know that Just Krista had made the video because they said she put it on members right away. But I found out through the grapevine, and then when Goosey hit my panel the other day when we had our conversation, we ended up talking about Just Krista and Blake, and he was saying how somebody had told him, what had happened. Just Krista put it on members. She has said that, I'll tell the people what happened, who hit you in the butt or who got you in the butt or something like that. And then she put it on membership or private. So then people was trying to tell Blake, and I guess Just Krista was lying about it. So she put it on membership, and then Goosey, he was like, well, let me go there and pay a membership. I think it was $199. Real cheap, y'all. Real cheap. Anybody go there and purchase that membership. $199. That ain't bad. So he purchased the membership and he got the clip. So he hit Blake's panel while Just Krista was over there and played the clip. Man, the facial expressions on Blake and on his girl Carissa, his homegirl. It was priceless. It was priceless. When Blake heard that shit, he was like, what? He was so upset. His homegirl Carissa was so upset. Krista was like, oh, no. And then when Krista talked to him a little bit later, she was, you know how she do that little whiny voice, but I don't know. And you know what, Just Krista? See, this is how I know when the play has gone too far. Like they say, if you're running a play, you need to make sure everybody is in on the play. You got somebody over here, first, second, third. You got an outfielder. You got an infielder. You got to make sure everybody is on the play, right? So when you up there putting shit on members, shit that you might not have wanted everybody to hear, you at least got to tell this nigga, hey, we still on the play, right? We gonna beef, we gonna fight. She was over there, Blake, do you realize we are on YouTube? We are not on a private conversation. He was like, what the fuck you mean? Ain't nobody else here. Girl, I was dead. Oh my God. What up, Mr. Boston? What up, Unconscious? How you doing, boo? Just Krista said, we ain't on a private line. We ain't on the phone. He said, ain't nobody else here. What you talking about? This nigga live on YouTube talking to Just Krista about her allegedly saying that he got done in the butt. And she talked about we ain't on a private talk. We on YouTube. And he said, ain't nobody else here. I don't know what Blake was thinking. He was like, ain't nobody here. What is you talking about? And so she said, we're on YouTube, Blake. And he was like, oh, fuck this shit. I don't give a shit about this shit. I was Blake, did you forget that you was on YouTube? And y'all was having a public, very live conversation. Child, I was, they about took me out. You said you love my voice. You said that before, Mr. Boston. I don't know why, because I got a nasally voice, because I have year-long allergies. But, yeah, so she raised it to $2.99. Oh, wow. If that video is untrue and has some fabricated information about somebody's personal sex life, I personally would just delete it. It wouldn't even be on membership. I don't know. I heard that he said he never did crack, but he said now that cocaine. I heard him say he ain't never did crack, but he did say, oh, but that cane. Noah said thing that hurt me the most is when people actually believe that shit. You know what? I can be very open-minded, y'all, but I'm also not one that's really gullible. So a lot of this stuff on here, y'all hear me say it all the time. Oh, it's a play. It's a play. Y'all hear me say it all the time. It's a play. But I think she took the play this far because now she's into it with not only Blake, after he done cussed her ass out, and people was upset with Blake. And I'm like, a lot of people's like, well, she sets her stuff up for this. If this is the entertainment that she wants, if this is the content she wants to make, if this is how she wants to get her clicks and views, then let her keep making a fool out of herself. Well, all these different Negroes in every different area code. I mean, I got hoes in different area codes. Y'all remember that song? But anyway, I don't feel no ways. I don't feel no ways. No ways tied about anything that they say or do, in response to what she say or do. Blake was like, we broke up a whole month ago. We was cool. We was still talking behind the scenes. You hit my panel, all that kind of shit. She was even sending him cash apps. She was paying his StreamYard for the last 2 months. When I heard that, hold up, swole up. Hold up, swole up. You said she was paying your StreamYard for the past 2 months? StreamYard is $50. And who's making all? You know what? You know what bothers a lot of people in the sector? One thing that people always say about our sector is the females in our sector is quick to put a nigga on. The females in our sector, let me say it again. The females in our sector, not me, but some of y'all females in the sector, y'all is quick to put a nigga on from another sector. Not from our sector. You ain't putting no females on in our sector. You ain't putting no niggas on in our sector. Y'all putting other motherfuckers on in our sector. That nigga was so happy he's still over there. 5'6" nigga, 5,000 nigga. I got 5,000 nigga. He got 5,600 views on his show the other day when he was doing that interview. The interview that I thought was going to be an interview. Okay, I'm a little in confusion. And what up, my baby? Hey, Justin Dredd. What up, Kimberly Black? How you doing? You said when the player that teach the player that plays, child. Okay, so let me tell you something. First of all, I was gagged at Let me back it up. Okay, as far as put niggas on. Okay, I understand it's a play. Y'all both getting content, but most of the time the females over here, they really putting the niggas on, and then they shit in your face. We see it time and time again. They shit, they literally stand over your face, they sit down, they pop that ass, and they all over your face. That's what happens. It never fails. But we continually do it, right? We continually do it. Instead of supporting our own sector, instead of putting niggas on in our own sector, all these motherfuckers in our sector that got channels, ones that might be trying to get to 1K, ones that might be trying to get to monetization, get their 4,000 watch hours. No! We put the niggas on that ain't got no motherfucking clout. This nigga over there getting all the clout, okay? He done took her clout. Now he getting all the clout. He over there with 5,000 something views. And how many views she got? Even the other girl, Clarissa, his homegirl, ex-girlfriend, found out today they used to fuck around when they was teenagers. And just Krista tried to out that information. But I guess everybody in the friend, whatever, her and the Lizzie, the girl that's fucking with Blake, I guess it was already known or so. I don't know. I know that Carissa had went live earlier, like 8 hours ago, talking about, she put just Krista's name in the title. She said, I spoke with Lizzie. Everybody knows, people know that we used to fuck around with each other back when we was high school. She was like, that was 20 fucking years ago. Why are you worried about some pussy that he done got 2 decades ago? I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, if Lizzie didn't know and we all cool, I think that definitely she should have known before just Krista brought it up. That's like you hanging with some girl who's fucking with some nigga that you cool with, and y'all used to fuck around, and the girl has no idea. So I always believe and feel if you still got a homeboy and he meets somebody new years down the line, but y'all still cooling on that level, then she should definitely know the new chick that used to fuck this bitch. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Because by you not saying a word, that's real suspect. That's real suspect. Like, are y'all still fucking around? Why y'all felt the need to hide from me? I don't care if it was 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago. Y'all fucking got together. Y'all had sex. Y'all had a relationship, and y'all still cool today. So I feel like I should have known that. But I guess Lizzie knows now. She ain't worried about it. She said today that she ain't worried about it. She said Blake ain't never gave her a reason to wonder about anything, about anyone. Now, y'all answer me this. Was Lizzie the one in his bed like a month ago or so when I thought him and Just Krista was still together? I could have sworn him and Just Krista was still together. And everybody was like, Blake had a snow bunny in his background or in his bed or something. And so I had went over there about a month or so ago and rewind, red ball. And sure enough, there was a white girl in the background with Blake. Was that Lizzie or was that a different girl? Child. What up, Room Shaker? How you doing, love? You said you need some watch hours, please. Do you got playlists? Just Andrea? Do you got playlists? Because that's how we used to do back in the gap. We used to have playlists and then just post a playlist on your community wall and, or post a video on your community wall that might need to get up to so many views and just post it on your community wall and say, could y'all please run this back, share it out so I can get my numbers up. That's how we used to do. That's how we used to do back in the gap. What we used to do back in the gap was we used to help and support each other and make sure everybody got their numbers, they 1K, they 4,000 watch hours. That's what we used to do. We used to run videos all night. We used to have videos running on everybody's cell phone, even your kid's cell phone, your man's cell phone, your mama's cell phone, every TV in the house, your computers, just had people's shit just playing on every platform. That's how we used to do. But now, not so much. We supporting outsiders. We putting them on the map. We getting their channels monetized, only for them to turn around and shit on us. That's what we doing. But again, in this situation, I think just Krista fucking with the wrong motherfucker. Because that Blake, he don't seem like he down to play anymore. It might have started off as a play. Okay, we talking, we behind the scenes, we woo woo woo. But when she said that he was getting stuck in the butt, oh shit. That's when he was like going the fuck off. He wasn't having that. And then she was over there, oh Blake, how to be, all that kind of shit. He was not having it. And now his homegirls is mad. Oh man. I remember the days when we was growing up, and it's always like this. My favorite cousin, boy cousin, the one who I always talk about, C, he 8 days older than me. So him and the other boy cousins, anytime they had an issue with a female, they would hit up us, the cousins or the sisters, because they didn't believe in, doing all that, hitting on women and all that. And vice versa. When we had issues with dudes, I told y'all some of the stories of the niggas that tried it on me, okay? And my family had to get what they asked. Child, the stories I could tell about us riding on niggas from 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. It don't matter what time of the day or night it is. Ring, 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 ring. Meet me over here. Let everybody know. Like, we didn't play that shit. We did not play that shit. But one thing for certain, two things for sure. If our cousins had problems with girls, they would hit us up. And it was nothing. It was nothing to it but to do it. But she over there got his homegirls, got Lizzie going on, got Clarissa going on. Clarissa done called her out and told her she needs to come and have a conversation with her and tell her what the real motherfucking problem is. Mm-hmm. You said in our days things were different. Nowadays all they want to do is pow, pow, pow. Exactly. Well, we used to bang back in the day. Oh, fighting wasn't fighting wasn't shit. Mm-mm-mm. And you would fight, and you would, as Pops would say, on Friday, you live to fight another day. Put that gun down, son. Put them noose up. Put them fists up. And you live to fight another day. That's how it was back in the day. I didn't like to fight, but I did fight. I didn't like to fight. I ain't like Lemon. I ain't over there. I'll fight anybody. I'll fight your mama, your grandma, your tippy-toe granny. I'll fight your daddy. I'll fight you in the middle of Times Square. I'll fight you in Vegas. I ain't on that shit, but I will fight if I have to defend myself. But I ain't no shit starter. I don't start shit. I don't. I never have. I've never been that type of person. But she done over there got his homegirls riled up. And I understand. I mean, she told a lie. And then she privated the video. And then she tried to lie about it again up until Goosey popped her ass. And he played the footage, the audio for Blake. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if Krista is going to have a conversation with them ladies because they are both very upset. Blake is very upset. He was like, I don't understand why the fuck you still on this motherfucking public application, YouTube platform, doing the same shit you've been doing for over 20 years with no other achievement in your life and nothing to show for yourself. He didn't call her dumb, insane, senile, psychotic. He said, yo, insane ass, dumb ass, senile ass, psychotic ass YouTuber who always worried about what everybody else thinks and always creating and spinning some crazy ass narrative and telling lies. And he also said everybody can't be wrong about you. But what he did say also, besides him hearing about that she can't handle breakups, he said he also hold on, let me stop a minute. Let me sip on something because my throat getting dry. What up, Room Shaker? Did I say hey to Room Shaker? Kimberly Black, Tannis, Justin Thread, Catherine. What's up, hon? You say he just went down the list. You said I don't know if that was a different girl, but Lizzie did say they're not together. Child, and see, that's the thing about it. I don't know if they're together or not because this morning she said, he has never given me any reason to wonder about what he's doing. So I'm like, that said to me that there might be something going on. I don't know. You said celibacy is probably best these days unless you're in a relationship. Or maybe meeting somebody in your own city, in your own neck of the hood, instead of every relationship you have is on YouTube for the whole world to see and scrutinize. I don't want every relationship I am public, on a YouTube application, a social media application, so people can scrutinize every moment, every word I say, every expression I feel, every argument. I don't understand that part. I really don't understand that part. Kimberly, you said, why am I laughing? I'm laughing because this shit is crazy because this nigga said no matter what people told him, he said, you know how some people say, I'm always going to give somebody a chance. I always going to give somebody a chance. And then if they fuck up with me, then I'll stop fucking with them. But even though, he because he claims he didn't know about all the other guys she fucked around with. I guess he didn't, the same thing Daria said about Rob Rags. I didn't know that he was disrespectful to women. I didn't know that he was, all that bullshit. Like, you've been following this nigga for years. You've been following the B sector for years, and you didn't know that Rob Rack was one of the most disrespectful, alcoholic, crazy motherfuckers on here. I mean, the man who got arrested twice within 2 to 3 business days for some fuck shit down at some motels, but you moved him in your house with your 2 children. Hmm. And then he would start cussing out your children and start cussing you out and disrespecting you and your family and threatening to bust your son's head to the white meat and calling your baby retarded. But y'all didn't know how these niggas was. It's crazy. But anyway, we ain't on here to talk about that. But I'm just saying it's a little correlation. Okay? It's a little correlation, a little the same behavior. You know what I'm saying? Same behavior. People are naturally nosy, girl. So are we. I know I am. I know I am. That's why I got on social media. Shoot, I was on social media, started off just doing reviews on TV shows and trending news. And I like to be in the know. I like to know what was going on. Then I found my way to Kaya and Maddie, and I was loving that show. Oh my God, y'all, when y'all say somebody heart broke when they fell out, and there was never going to be any more Queen's Court with Kaya and Madison, my heart literally was crushed. That was my Monday night go-to, hurry the fuck. I mean, when I say run home, speed home, go get the liquor, go get the snacks, get the kids their meals. Like, they coming on TV tonight, Maddie and Kaya. That was my shit. I even went to Club Ivy trying to get one of her live shows, Kaya, after they, separated. And she happened to not perform that night. Not perform, but do her Queen's, comedy shit. But me and my family stayed. When we went to Atlanta that year, me and my family stayed. We enjoyed the food at Club Ivy. Oh my God. I don't know if that restaurant was there. It was in the hood, and it wasn't nothing that I wasn't used to, being in the hood, but it was in the hood. We was driving as we got closer and closer to the spot. I was like, what the fuck is we going? It's like all dead end streets. I mean, all abandoned buildings. I mean, a whole bunch of dirt yards and cobblestone streets. And if y'all live in Atlanta, then y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. And when we got up close to the building, I was like, oh, wow. This is beautiful. We did have to pay like $15 to park in the back. I wasn't used to that. I said that on my show a little while ago. I'm not used to parking for no restaurant spot. That's not something we do here. We have plenty parking. Restaurants have plenty parking lots, and they plenty free. So that was a shock factor to me. What the $15 wasn't a shock factor. It was just the fact that a lot of places we was going in Atlanta, you had to pay to park. I'm like, damn, we ain't going to no concert. We ain't going to no. We just going to eat. This is crazy. Sure, but anyway, yeah, Blake over there turned up and shit. Child, I don't know. But let me tell you this. When I was watching the interview the other day, I don't know who all watched the interview, but I was kind of in confusion because I thought Clarissa, his homegirl, because he was supposed to interview with Goosey. That didn't go too well. It was some cash apps tossed around, trying to pay the man for his time. I heard he gave the money back. That's what I heard. I can't confirm, but I did hear that he issued people refunds for not showing up for the interview. That's just what I heard. So whether that's true or not, y'all let me know. But anyway, when he was being interviewed by his homegirl, I thought his homegirl was going to be interviewing him. Like it was going to be them doing the question and answer thing. But turns out that it was the chat who was asking him all the questions. And I was like, what do you need somebody up there for if the chat is asking you the questions? No shade, no tea. But if the chat is the one answering the questions, why do you need a I don't know. That just sounds like a Q&A session to me. Okay, I'm here, y'all. We having a Q&A session. Ask me whatever you want. Nothing's off the table. Go ahead, shoot. Put it in the chat. But they made it seem like it was going to be an actual interview where there's going to be somebody on the panel that's asking the questions. And you know how interviews go in our sector, right? We've seen plenty of interviews. And you ask all the questions, they answer the ones they feel comfortable asking, and then at the end, you ask them, do you mind answering questions from the chat? Do you mind if anybody hits the link and talks to you? That's normally how it goes. So I was little in confusion about how that whole interview segment went down. And I didn't stay for the whole thing, by the way. No shade, no tea. I just didn't find it interesting. I didn't find it interesting at all. And as far as even if Goosey was able to interview him, I still didn't. I don't know what would have been so interesting to find out about this man. I don't know. I don't know, but he is getting a lot of clout off of Just Krista. Over there, he's still over there. I mean, every other few minutes, he's talking about his 5-6 that he got off of his show the other day. And then also Clarissa, she said she started off with like 53 subscribers. And again, we like to put other people on. We like to put other people on that ain't from around here. She started off with 53 subbies, and now she's at 400 because of Just Krista. Because of the beef sector. Because people discussing them and they shit, and they going over there and they subscribing and giving clicks and views. So they'll be up to about today 1K, soon. Blake. I was about to call him Just Blake, y'all. Oh, that would have been good. Oh no, that would have been good if they were actually in a relationship. Okay, Just Blake. Just Krista and Blake, Just Blake. Child. But I don't know what was. I was just like, this is weird. It was. That's basically what it was, a Q&A session. But that's not an interview. But that's not a like a formal interview or a y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so anyway, she's now at 400 subbies, and somebody was in his chat today saying you only need 140 more subbies to go, and then you'll have your 1K. So this nigga is really getting clout, and getting steam off of Just Krista's name. And again, I say we like to put people on from other sectors. There's a lot of people in this sector that's still trying to get their 1K. They still trying to get monetized. I really wish now you fuck with who you want to. And what up, Solid Sunny? How you doing, boo? Hey, beautiful. You fuck with who you want to. We can't tell nobody what to do on their channels, right? You fuck with who you want to fuck with. But people, I have to say this. People say it every often, and a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I have to say this. You don't want to feed your own sector. You don't want to help pull your own sector up, but then you go outside the sector and then you say the sector is dead. Maybe the sector wouldn't be so dead if we supported people in the sector like we used to back in the day. And it doesn't matter if everybody doesn't beef all the time. People can still be successful without beefing all the time. It's a lot of great people in this sector who can do some really good recaps. But they don't want to beef. They just want to do a recap. Like me. I just like doing recaps. Recaps, summarizing, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That we need that. We need that because while y'all beefing and going off and all that kind of shit, by our recaps, we are sending people to you. Maybe somebody didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know how many people I subscribed to just because of a recap? A lot. A lot. And I not only subscribe, I hit the notification bell so I can make sure, like Sunny. I didn't know about Solid Sunny until all the commentary done around her and Ken, and I ain't gonna get all into it because some of it was a little spicy. But I didn't hear about Solid until I heard about her, and then I heard about that guy in Atlanta and just all kind of other shit. So us people who doing commentary, like I hear people say sometimes that you're not beef sector if you don't beef. And yeah, some people might feel that way. Some people feel like if you've been in the sector since before it even got started, since the formation of the B sector, since the conception of the B sector, then you're B sector, whether you're just sitting in the chat, whether you're a content creator, whether you're beefing, whether you're on here playing games every night. You're supporting the sector. You're giving clicks and views. You're helping the content creators prosper. Okay? Y'all giving money. Y'all paying people's people having challenges and shit off y'all back, off y'all hard-earned money. But then they say people ain't beef sector if they don't beef. But y'all support comes from the people in the B sector. So to me, all y'all motherfuckers that's been here for a long ass motherfucking time are B sector, including me. I don't feel that we have to actually be in a full out beef and be doxing somebody and dragging somebody's kids or dragging somebody's grandma by their toenails or by their gums in order to be B sector. I don't feel like that. Now, you know, that's just how I feel. And everybody has a right. But what I'm going to say today, before I get off of here, was I was today's years old when I found out what a Velveteen rub was. I don't know why y'all ain't never told me before what a Velveteen rub is. I ain't never heard of that shit before. And if I have, maybe it went over my head. Maybe it was back in my younger days when I used to smoke a lot and I just forgot. But child, when I was over there, and I guess I don't even know. This shit is crazy. I guess just Krista was she was doing commentary, and from what I've learned or gathered from Clarissa and Blake was that she was over there talking about how Blake was messing with Clarissa and also messing with Lizzie and da. And from what I heard, just Krista was saying that Clarissa was foamy during sex. And I guess she was trying to say that Blake told her that. So Clarissa was trying to clarify, like, first of all, bitch, if you heard foamy or something, you probably just talking about, you know, like creamy. I ain't never heard of a bitch being foamy. Like some dishwasher suds type of shit. So she said, first of all, bitch, I'm creamy and you I'm sorry you don't know what that. I'm sorry if your pussy don't work. If you ain't never been creamed before, y'all. I was over there dead. And then Shakim's crazy ass, he in the fucking chat. Shakim dropped down in the chat and he said, you know what? When it comes to what the fuck he say? When it comes to creamy or something like that, he said the cream debate only comes from virgins. Now I ain't calling JC no virgin. This is what Shakim said. His words, not mine. He said the cream debate only comes from virgins. Child. But the Velveteen rub, that was Clarissa was going at just Krista, and she was like, if you want to talk under my clothes and talk about my coochie, you might want to eat my coochie. You might want to give me head. My nigga locked up. I ain't had none in a minute, so I might allow you to give me some head. All you gotta do is take your dentures out. She was like, I ain't never, ever had a Velveteen rub. I was like, huh? What the fuck? Do you know how many times I had to rewind that shit? And then I went to Google. And I said, Google, what is a Velveteen rub? And it was giving me all these different descriptions and shit. I said, nah, I don't think that's what Clarissa's talking about. So I went to the Urban Dictionary, the Hood Dictionary, and I looked up Velveteen Rub. And what I found out today, I was today's years old when I found out what a Velveteen Rub was. Child. Basically, they said in the Hood Urban Dictionary, a Velveteen Rub is when somebody, man or woman, removes a full set of dentures and gives you a toothless blowjob or give you a toothless head. You know what? Mm, mm, mm. See, y'all probably already knew that. I didn't know that. When they remove a full set of dentures and they give you head. And then one of the scenarios on Urban Dictionary said that trailer trash skank I hooked up with last night popped her dentures out and gave me a Velveteen Rub. Somebody else said I was at a party last night and I got a Velveteen Rub by my homeboy's grandma and I liked it. And I liked it. Okay, y'all. For those of y'all who might have been living under a rock, like I am, the word for today is Velveteen Rub. Okay? Learn something new every day. Ooh, you said I got Karen said I need a wash rag to listen to this. But I'm thinking of foam. When I hear the word foam, I'm thinking of scrub-a-dub-dub, washing clothes, washing dishes, the damn dishwasher going. I'm like, where the fuck they get foam from? Clarissa was talking about cream, bitch. Cream, bitch. I was like, child, you know what? What's up, Detach Myself? Hey, Sincere, how you doing, boo? You said I tend to form my own opinions of who is B-sector and not who people tell me is B-sector. Yep, absolutely, Kimberly Black. Absolutely. We do have to form our own opinions because, it's okay. And I'm not referring to you particularly, but I'm just saying it's okay to agree to disagree with people. I'm not on here to argue. I'm not on here to fight. We didn't have many OG, triple OG panels. And every single panel is about the same shit. Who's the real B sector? And why is the B sector dead? Or how can we revive the B sector? And we hear the same old shit. I don't think there's a need for another OG panel. After the very first one, I don't know why we kept having them. But content, clicks, and views, you know what I'm saying? Every time something go down, every time somebody infiltrate, I don't even want to say infiltrate our sector because we let them in. We open the door. We like Walmart greeters, like them old people sitting on them motherfucking stools in the front of Walmart. How are you today? Have a great day. Can I check your bag? Where's your receipt? Okay. Have a great day. Come again. That's what we like. We like the Walmart greeters just letting every motherfucker come in the door that got a little money. There is no need for one. I don't understand why we keep having them. I really don't. And we discuss the same shit, and it's the same arguments. We don't get nothing new out of it. But, whatever. Don't nobody come through me to get to the B sector. I just be sitting here on my porch. I be sitting here on my porch in the hood, and I just be watching the niggas come through. Like, they don't look familiar. I ain't never seen them before. Oh, well, let's see how long they last. Oh, well, let's see what they gonna stir up. If they gonna, get clout off of somebody, if they gonna grow their channels, let's see. But anyway, you said there's nothing. The end goal, I don't know what the end goal is. Because if we don't, if the problems that they keep talking about never get fixed, and the shit that keeps happening in our sector by pumping other people up and allowing people in and allowing them to make money off of us and get clout off of us, it still continues. It still continues. We were perfectly fine. I truly believe we were perfectly fine. And I understand that more people bring more content. I am not against people coming into our sector, but it's how we allow them to come into the sector. It's like, come on in, I'm gonna show you how to get money, nigga. There's some other motherfuckers in the B sector that ain't on yet, but fuck them hoes. I'm gonna show you how to get on. I'm gonna show you how to get money, and I'm gonna make money with you instead of trying to make money with people who's already here. They got to go outside the sector and bring in scavengers. Not all of them are scavengers. Not all of them. Y'all know who the ones I'm talking about. Now, there's a lot of people from other sectors that I'm very, very fucking cool with, and I support. I'm in their chat. I watch their chat. I share, like, all that bullshit. So I ain't talking about all of it. I ain't. Come on now. Come on now. Shoe don't fit. You know how it goes. Okay. But, you know, there's some people who are scavengers. They come in here and they get what they can get, and then they off. They off. And they go sector to sector to sector to get what they can get. And then they're off. And that's what I mean by that. So, you know, if it ain't meant for you, just let it go right over your head. Okay. Because I would never call people that I would really fuck with scavengers. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, thank you for sharing the Cash App. If anybody wants to donate to the Cash App, I don't say that all through my shows because I really be forgetting. Like, that's why I have it running across the bottom, because I forget to say, if I don't see it in the chat by one of my mods, I probably would never say it. But yeah, thank you for dropping the Cash App. If you want to donate, $ the hood table 402. Again, thank you everyone who's giving my son shout outs for his birthday. My baby, who is 25 years old today. Of course, your girl is going to hook him up with a cake when he comes back from KC with his girlfriend. He wants a red velvet cake, cream cheese frosting. So I'm gonna make that for him this weekend, and me, him, the fam, you know, we're going to have cake and ice cream, and whichever family members come and join us, you know, they'll come and join us, and we just going to, you know, just kick it how we normally do. Okay. But yeah, so shout out to Cam again. Happy birthday, son. I know you be watching. I see you watching me. Hey, that's my baby, y'all. Love him to death. Love them to life. Fuck that. Love them to life. But yeah, so okay, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I did like my hour. You know, I'm trying to do my hours. I'm trying to do my hours daily on different type of content. I'm trying to keep the motivation going, keep the mojo going. You know, it's trying to get back in this algorithm. I know when me and Riggs took our break, I was still doing uploads, you know, like my t-shirts and my case, little shorts and shit like that. But as far as lives, me and him was like gone for damn near 2 months and not really doing any lives. And so when he told me the other day he had did a live, and he got like 1 point something views, and he was like, I'm in the back in the algorithm, nigga, back in the algorithm, nigga. I'm like, yes, because when you don't be doing them lives, YouTube takes your ass and they put you in timeout. They put you in a corner. They say, well, since you ain't doing shit, we taking you out the game. We taking you out. So we back, and we like, Coach, put us in. Coach, put us in. That's how we coming back on y'all asses. But yeah, so make sure you guys like and share the video. If you happen to be new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell. And again, if you want to donate to the commentary, $ the hood table 402. And you know your girl do t-shirts, okay? I'm not used to advertising a lot, okay? It's just not. In my city, I advertise on a daily. My friends, family, subscribers, they see my advertising posts all the time. Cakes, cupcakes, t-shirts, all that kind of shit. Custom cake toppers, just all kind of shit that I do. But I do forget to do it on here sometimes. I'm not going to ship you no custom design cake. But for people who might want to order t-shirts, please hit me up. Send me a design that you have in mind, or, you know, inbox me. The best way to get at me is on IG, the Hood Table on IG. If you need some shirts, I know somebody hit me up before about some t-shirts, but again, I forget to talk about it a lot on here because I mainly come on here just to kick it and have fun. But I'm not a doxer. I don't dox. If you do order a shirt from me, I can mail it to you. After I create it and everything, I can mail it to you. So if you trust me to do business with you, feel free to hit me up. If not, that's cool too. I just want to put it out there. But other than that, I think I got somebody in the back. Let me see. Okay, Boo, I see you. What up? How you doing?
Hey Tanya, how you doing, Mama?
I am doing swell, and how are you?
I'm all right, man. Getting ready for this big day on Thursday. I just wanted to come and greet you and say hello.
Well,
I really
hello.
like I really like the conversation you've been having today. I've been
Oh,
I've been enjoying I've been enjoying a lot of conversations, that's been going on. I mean, the tensions of the conversations, it might not have went the way, people wanted them to go, but I've been enjoying
mm-hmm. Yeah,
it.
I've been enjoying people too. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to, get back in where I fit in. I know a lot of people
Right.
be going live and a lot of people have bigger crowds. But if you've been following me from day one, my day ones, y'all know the Hood
Yeah,
Table
no
will come
doubt.
on here and bang out with 20 in here, 50 in here, 100 in here. The numbers don't make my content. Okay.
I'm the
I'm a
same. I'm the same way. I just had did a live. You know what I'm saying? I just did one. I was over here with you for a minute, but I had one scheduled, so I
oh,
went
okay.
on
I
ahead and did it.
watch yours
Yeah.
too.
So I went on ahead and did it, and I came back over here. And I had one visitor that I didn't think that was gonna pop up over there in my shit. That was Room Shaker.
Really? Oh, Room Shaker,
Yeah,
she's
she popped up.
cool.
Yeah, she popped up over there, man. I was like, oh, Room Shaker popped up over there. I hope
Yeah,
she
Room
shared
Shaker
out.
will pass up on you, boy. She's a good. She's. I don't want to say good. She's a great supporter. I support the
Yeah,
Room Shaker. I'm in her lives almost every day. I watch her all the time.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I was saying in that live, I was just making a whole bunch of generalizations. I was all over the place, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody really on this app that I really hate. You know what I'm saying? To the point that it's dark, dark. You know what I'm saying? It's just fun, entertainment, dragging, having fun and stuff like that. We say things that
Yeah.
might get up under each other's skin. But people that actually like hurt me, just like you was talking about women that you know put you in a compromising situation to make you look a type of way that you ain't,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
because they feel hurt because you was like, no, I don't want it. They want to put you in that light, and that's like, and then you got people out here that actually believe it and they want to use it as content and they want to keep dragging you about it and all that. You like, all right, I'm just gonna take it out on them. You can say all you want to say. I'm just, every chance I get, I'm just gonna drag them. But
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I'm just saying. I understand what you were saying with the Blake thing, and that's kind of messed up when things don't go right in relationships. I mean, don't put that out there. And it didn't happen. I see if it was something real that really actually happened. You know what I'm saying? They hurt you that bad, you gotta expose them. But if it's a lie, don't put that out there. You know,
Yeah. And I don't
if it's
know.
a lie.
I don't know why it was done. I'm not. I'm not invested in this shit. I just
Hmm.
talk. I just give my little summary of the shit, literally. So if she wants to say he takes it in the butt 7 days a week, you know what I'm saying? I just on
But
the
but
comment.
you know, but
I think it
but
is wrong if somebody is not gay and
yeah,
not
yeah, I mean, how do that make that man feel? You know what I'm
right.
saying? That he had to actually defend himself, and then he might get to a point that you keep talking, he might want to try to hurt you because you violating something in him
That's
that's
what I
pure.
said. That's what I
You
said earlier in
know,
the show. I don't know if you heard me earlier in my show, but I said in real life on these streets, if a woman was spreading stuff like that, that nigga might try to bop you upside your head, especially if
yeah,
it's her.
yeah.
I
Or
sure
since
said
his sisters to you, or
that's
their
that's what I
sisters, or
said. cousins,
they might
sisters.
catch wind. Yeah, they might catch wind of like, oh, we about to go get this chick together. Where she at? What her address? No, she ain't gonna talk like that with my brother. I know that. You know what I'm saying? And I done had family members that came and talked to me about this situation. Like, I'm like, oh, it ain't even that serious. I mean, my baby mama was ready. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And we stayed in that same vicinity with that person at. You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't even, it's YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do feel aware about it, but you know, it ain't
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we ain't gonna take it there. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. You know,
Yeah.
we had like and you know, like I say, I'll be the big 5'3", you know, Thursday. And you know, I done a lot of bad things, you know what I'm saying? I said a lot of bad things, you know, I ain't been the best of character on here, but you know, I had to do better. And that's what I'm gonna attempt to do, and that's what I'm gonna always do. I gotta stand on that. It's time for especially us as elders gotta stand on, you know, what we willing to tolerate and what we willing to be involved in. Sometimes we have to step back and let the youngins do their thing. But when it comes time to have that they need direction or they need us to have that conversation, we can have that conversation and drop down to get on. We ain't gotta be involved with that, you know.
Yep. Yep. I agree. And hey, Taylor
Yeah.
May, how you doing, love? But
I
yeah, so
told people, I keep telling people, huh?
what's going on Thursday?
Oh, that's my birthday.
Oh, happy early birthday!
Yeah, my birthday is 30. I'll be 53.
You got any
You
big
know,
plans?
I'm going to the Clarissa Shield fight on the 22nd. That's my
Oh,
birthday
okay.
gift to myself.
That's
Other
what's
than
up.
that, yeah, yeah. Other than that, I ain't got nothing planned. I'm just gonna chill
Yeah.
and have my little nip and smoke me a blunt and watch TV.
Marissa Shields, she have been on our stumping ground several times, because of Bud,
Yeah,
her and Bud, they cool and stuff.
right.
But yeah, I done seen her many
Shout out to
times.
Bud Crawford.
Yeah, shout out to Bud. But one thing about it, she's not very approachable. That's one thing our city, a lot of people in our city always say when she's a part of a discussion, she's very like unapproachable. Like try to talk to her and she give you like a stank face type of shit. That's the child. It was a lot of that going on when we had our celebration for Bud, when he fought
Yeah,
Alamo.
I think, but I think at that moment it was more about Bud and not about her. So she probably was
But no,
trying to
it
like,
wasn't
cause
that.
I,
It wasn't.
cause,
It
cause,
wasn't that. It was.
cause
It
I,
was like rude. It was like rude
cause,
or mean.
oh, okay, all right, cause
Yeah, it wasn't like. Hmm.
cause I had actually, I ain't gonna say I met her. I was in the same room with her. You know what I'm saying? When we was downtown when it was Cash Doll and Molly Brazy and Icewear Vezo, a few people that was there. And we was in the room where she was friendly and all that. You know, it wasn't like maybe
Yeah,
she felt like she was in
very
her city.
nice.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
a lot of
Maybe
people
she
call her
felt like she
very.
was in her city. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but
maybe
yeah,
she could.
I
It could have been a day she was. I don't know. Shit, the whole city was on one, and so she was like part of
yeah.
the celebration. But she was very like rude and standoffish and unfriendly. Yeah, to a lot of people here, and I'm like, this is
That's
our motherfucking. This our hero. We celebrating him. You here on our
yeah,
stumping ground, and you acting like your shit don't stink.
yeah.
I mean, it's really weird.
I wasn't there, so I can't. You know, but I think from what I'm feeling right now, I think it probably was this Bud moment. This ain't about me. This about Bud. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I don't know, but I think it
Yeah,
was more about Bud. You know, just like when Shakur Stevenson had won that fight. You know what I'm saying?
that's
You didn't see
hometown
her
too.
nowhere, and that's her people. That's her people. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that state moment. You
Yeah,
know?
Shakira, that's our hometown too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Shakur Steve. Hey, that was a beautiful fight. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that fight.
it was.
And
It
then
was.
they gonna give us Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl. They know what they was doing,
You know what? I talked about it the other day when I was on Rig's show, on our Sunday show, and I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people was like, but I enjoyed it. I was entertained. It was all about the entertainment for me, the dancing, the music. I didn't understand shit they were saying, but I was
yeah,
up in here dancing
yeah.
in my motherfucking living room, like, get that shit. I know that's right. Yo, the sugar cane fields and shit.
But
Like,
but
but
who would you have rather preferred, Bad Bunny or Chris Brown?
I mean, Chris Breezy, I mean, we done seen him perform a lot. I mean, I
Okay,
don't
but
know
I'm
if I
saying, well,
prefer
what I'm
him
saying,
at a Super Bowl for a Super Bowl. I don't know.
because
I
check
don't
this
know.
out, they tried to compare Bad Bunny to performance at the Super Bowl to Michael Jackson. We was on Facebook having an argument about it. I was like,
Mhm.
well, Bad Bunny ain't fly out the stadium like Michael Jackson did. So
It was. I think if Chris, I think the way that setup was, it was amazing. I mean, they literally, it was like a fucking movie. I enjoyed it
wow.
from the aerial views, the dancers,
Yeah.
how they recreated their city, their hoods, I mean,
Hmm.
even their fields from back in the day when the country, well, in Puerto Rico is mostly like, you know, farms and shit
Yeah.
like that. I mean, he wasn't no Michael Jackson. And he wasn't even a performer like that. He's not a dancer. He's not a nothing like that. It was the whole visual for me. They were telling
Okay.
a
All right.
story, and I followed the story, even
All
though I
right.
didn't know what they were saying. The
Okay,
old
I
people,
understand it from your perspective now. Yeah, I can understand it from your perspective.
yeah, they up there playing dominoes. They sitting outside on the court. I mean, it was like a story of his upbringing, his life, where he's from, how they get down, the cars. I
Yeah.
mean, it was like I thought it was off the chain, and I don't even know that nigga, and I didn't know a word they were
Right, right,
saying.
right.
But Chris
Right,
Brown, I
right.
would have loved to see Chris Brown too. But it's nice to see something, different.
Diversity.
Yeah, diverse,
Diversity. Do you
and he represented
would you
like
have
everybody.
rather would you have rather had been in English where you could understand it, or it didn't matter to you? You just
Um, it
enjoyed the
really
visual?
It really didn't matter, but I did say last night on Riggs that if I knew the words, I would definitely have been singing my ass off. That's how hyped up I was about the performance. I was up
That's
there
what's
like,
up.
damn, I wish I
That's what's
could.
up.
I really wish I could speak the language because I would have been in here cutting the fuck up, really. But I enjoyed
Right.
it. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did. I did.
But
But
yeah, Hood Table, I just wanted to jump up here with you and just talk a little bit with you. I ain't gonna hold up too much of your time. I know you got your show you gotta do. I just want to come up here and commune with you for a minute.
oh shoot, I'm done now. Shoot, I was just about to wrap it up. But thank you for hitting the pound, and thank
Yeah.
you so much for your support. And I'm gonna go over there and watch your video. I don't know what she was talking about over there, but I'll go ahead and watch. But on your birthday coming
Hey,
up, I'll
just
your birthday.
just keep in mind that my channel is called Unconscious Conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you hear me talking, just keep that in mind.
Okay. Okay. And happy birthday
Just keep that
again.
in mind. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm not saying that I'm not making sense, but I might go off the rail a couple times, then come back to ground zero.
Hey, we in the B sector. Don't nothing shock me I watch everybody. I say that all the time. Even if I don't drop down in your chat, I'm still watching. I watch everybody.
Okay. All
So
right,
if you
all right, Hood Table. I'll get up with you later.
and I'm watching you 9 times out of 10.
All right, Mama.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Miss. All right, you
All
have a good night. Peace,
all
love, and
right.
light.
Peace, love, and light. Yes, yes. I enjoyed it. I know some people didn't, but shit, I might go back and watch that shit again. I really did enjoy it. And I know that they said when he had got his award or something, his Grammy, that he said some political shit that people didn't like. I don't know what the fuck he said. I really don't know. I didn't even go back to research because I'm not even that, invested in what he said. I just enjoyed the show. I just enjoyed the entertainment. And we didn't have some shows over the past years that were not so good, and then we didn't have some really, really good, like Kendrick. I mean, we didn't have some ones that was really, really good. And I feel like the same way I felt with Kendrick, the way his performance was, the whole visual, I had that same feeling watching this Bunny dude, and I didn't even know who the fuck he was. When I saw the commercials or people talking about it, I said, who the fuck is Bunny? Who is that? I had no idea who he was. And so then I saw he was a rapper, he was a singer, he's from Puerto Rico. I'm like, okay, I didn't know what to expect. So when I saw it, what I first expect, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it hood and funky, right? When I first heard and saw he was Hispanic, I'm just thinking they're gonna get on there and do some little salsa and a little Puerto Rican some salsa and play some guitars and some banjos and some drums, and I figured it'd be like a decent show. But what they did, it was off the chain. And like I said last night, my favorite part was when he fell through that motherfucking roof. And like they showed a quick snippet of him falling on a blow up mattress or something like that. But then it was so quick, it looked like he hit the floor, like he hit the table and then just jumped up. But yeah, he hit this blow mattress or air mattress or whatever it was to keep him from injuring himself. But it was so quick. And it was like, now that's some shit. How they made that air mattress disappear that motherfucking fast with the production crew or whoever was doing that shit. They had that shit so quick. It was like they must have paused it and then started it back up so fast that we barely had a glimpse of the blow up thing that he fell on, because right after that you saw him like hitting a table. It seemed like he just fell and hit the table, but I got a really keen eye, so of course I didn't miss that. But yeah, I liked it. But yeah, anyway, you guys, I'm really about to get off of here now. Yes, you have to go watch. It was good. I mean, take away the fact that you probably won't understand what the fuck they talking about, but I definitely felt what they was talking about, because the way they was representing like they hood, like when I named my show The Hood Table, the first thought that came in mind when me and my homegirl was thinking about names, Sammy D, the one who I started the channel with, but she was just, she's my no slight to her, but she's my youngest son's auntie. And she used to like to be on the shows with me. So she wasn't like a actual co-host or nothing like that, like a permanent fixture. But every now and then, I want to come on the Hood Table. I want to, so I would let her on if she called me today and said, I want to come on the Hood Table, I would let her. But when we were thinking of the name to call the show, and we came up with Hood Table, is mainly because I'm from the hood. I still live in the hood. And as far as the table part, that represents a lot of time spent at the table growing up playing, whether it's playing cards, playing dominoes, eating with family, holidays, shit like that, just growing up in the hood. So when I saw that shit and all the different aspects of where he's from, his hood, I always say, no matter where the fuck you live, and I don't care if you live in Bel Air, if you live in Miami, if you live in Chicago, if you live in, I said Chicago because they call it Chi-Town. If you live here in the New York, I mean, the most ritziest, glamorous cities, everybody still has a hood. Hood don't necessarily mean a bad thing. That's where the fuck you from. That's your neighborhood, aka hood. So hood doesn't always mean something negative. And I don't ever want people to think that that's the reason why I came up with the name. It's not to represent nothing negative. It's just to represent where I come from. So yeah, everybody has a hood. Big, small, poor, rich, glitzy. You know what I'm saying? Urban, city, whatever. But anyway, farms. Let's not forget the rural areas. Okay, they up there on them tractors riding to school. The people in the rural areas, they on them horses. They riding them cows. Them tractors to school. That's their hood. Okay, that's right, Noble. Your hood is your community. That's it. That's it right there. But okay, y'all. So I'm really about to get off of here now, and I'm about to see if there ain't nothing going on in the sector. I'm gonna get back to my TV shows. I've been watching okay, the 911 that started back up. What's the other one? 911. What's that show? Wonder Man. That's real good. I watched that series. What else was I watching? Damn. I'm about to start writing this shit down because I be forgetting what I watch. But I like to give y'all recommendations or at least tell y'all which shows to pick back up, which series and start it over. Things like that I like. So I'm gonna start writing down some shit so when I'll be more prepared when I come on here. Because I'll be watching some really good shows. We have to incorporate, it's okay to watch B Sector and YouTube and stuff a lot. But we make sure we got to incorporate other things. YouTube is not life. No matter what people say, YouTube is not fucking life. Get outside, touch grass, watch something else, binge watch something on Hulu, on Disney. Spend some time with your family and friends, play some cards, play some dominoes, have a cookout. Just meet. Like we had a moo party the other day. A moo party, y'all. I ain't never heard of a moo party. And my homegirl, he threw the moo party. She said, and you gotta come in a moo. I was like, where the fuck I'm gonna get a moo? I ain't never had a moo in my life. When I tell y'all, I found me this cute ass moo from Ross. Child, when I found this cute ass moo from Ross, and them bitches come in one size fit all, I'm a big girl. So when them bitches come in, and I felt I had all this room in this thing, I said, oh my God, I need to start buying me some moo-moos. So I sure am. I'm gonna start ordering something off of Amazon. Shit, them things so damn comfortable. Oh my God. I was like, ooh, child. But anyway, you said facts, Room Shaker. But yeah, I don't know how long you been here, Room Shaker. I know you was here earlier, but Noble, he had hit the panel. He said, man, guess who dropped down in my chat? It was Room Shaker. I was like, Room Shaker supports a lot of people. Yep. And I support the Room Shaker. But yeah, so anyway, okay, I gotta go. Love you guys. Make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification bell. Hit the Cash App if you want to donate to the commentary. $ the Hood Table 402. And as always, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember, say it with me, to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye. Good night. Love you guys.